Welcome to Monday Night TPK.
Hey, welcome back to Monday Night TPK. I'm your GM Kyle, and this is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons real play podcast.
Alright, cool. Around me at the table, there are four great artists. And they're giving me weird looks as I say that. But you know what? Art can take many forms, many shapes, many types. It doesn't have to be drawn. It can be sung. It can be created physically. It can be written. I'm sure I'm missing other types of art. And all of these great artists are dedicated to producing a fun, exciting Dungeons & Dragons semi-improv show for all of you fantastic listener. So in my weekly effort to know them better as the human beings they claim to be,
I never claimed that.
Right, whoever said I was a human.
Humans suck.
hey Dana,
Uh-huh.
what's the biggest vehicle you've ever driven?
I don't remember the specific one, because there was one of those travel buses, like the coach buses or whatever. There was one of them that was slightly bigger than the other ones.
I've seen
because
this
it was
movie.
older. No, not like that, unfortunately.
Like, yeah, the big tour buses and stuff, right?
Yeah. Like I said, there was one that was slightly bigger than the other ones that I drove, so that would be the biggest.
All right.
Yeah, that was fun.
I forgot that you did that.
Me too.
I forgot that I did that too.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Ryan.
Yes.
If you were in hell,
Uh-oh.
so, you know, realistic
Right
here,
now.
what songs would be played on a loop while you had to suffer eternally?
We all live in
No, it's fine.
Wow, why do you hate the Beatles, Dana?
I don't actually. I just hate that song.
All right, fair.
Yeah.
Overplayed.
It's just annoying as shit.
It's so good they made a movie, though.
I would have to say, any song that repeats words like in the same sentence just to fill time, like a certain younger pop star singing about babies over and over again. You know, baby, 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 oh baby, baby, baby. I don't like repetition.
That's like that song by that one band, all the face paint, and there's fire and flames, and they sing about, like, you know, Saturday nights and stuff.
Oh
Well,
God, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
There's also that
It's Cat Scratch Fever, anything that just was repetitive.
that artist talking about Friday night.
Elton John.
Spell out Friday over and over for you.
Oh, no.
It's very similar to this.
There's also that song that spells out bananas.
Yeah, but I like that one.
I
It's
can't
fun.
stand that song.
Really?
I liked her when she was in an actual band,
Mm-hmm.
and then she went solo, and that came out, and I was like, why?
That was bananas.
Truly, that song drives me bananas.
Also, Justin Bieber's recent song, and it's a weird reason why I know this.
No names.
It
Names are
repeats-
dangerous.
Sorry. It repeats the word yummy.
Is that song about single ladies?
All right, Matt. Matt, what subjects should be taught in school but aren't?
Oh.
Well, that's super hard.
Apparently Sam has opinions on this.
She does.
Give
But
the
she's
question
also
to
a
Sam
teacher.
instead. Why don't
Life
you and
skills.
Sam answer that question?
Nope, I'm asking Matt.
Life skills.
I don't know. Probably more basic life skills.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you would call it, but things to prepare for adulthood better than what it already is.
I've never once had to figure out X anywhere.
I have, while playing D&D, trying to figure out the maximum range, depending on, I've had to solve for Pythagorean theorem before.
Yep.
how
Yeah.
fast you fall that day.
Well,
We had
yeah.
to figure out how
We
fast
had to do
you
math
could
on that
fall.
one too. Yeah.
How fast do you fall in 6 seconds? I ended up finding it in the book, like the next day. I found it in the book. Yeah, it's in the book.
All right, Samantha.
Yes.
What was the last thing you were really excited about?
Oh, at work, I will be getting an office space. So my office is no longer my car.
Have
That
you
is
seen my
awesome.
stapler? Have you seen my stapler?
That's exciting.
I jumped up and down.
Nice.
Did somebody else have to lose an office space for you to get that?
No.
That's even better.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Have you seen my stapler?
And I think it's on the table behind you, Matt, with some other basic office supplies. All right, folks. I think it's time to move on. Sam, what the heck happened last week?
Sure, let me just enter my passcode and find out. On episode 56, the battle continued. There was an epic ghoul and Gorillion fight. We were victorious, and a voice from above cried for help once more. The end.
Yeah, right? It was an hour-long battle, and me rolling D4s as my Grillions attacked you guys. And by you guys, I mean Dana and, Rixer
Thank
and
you.
Vorn.
Yeah.
So yeah, the ghouls have fallen, the Grillions have gone silent. You stand beneath several large trees. The ground is strewn with bodies, but also not just bodies, but also broken bits of wood and heavy blue canvas. And up above you, a voice very weakly, "Hello? Hello, can you hear me?"
At this point, is Brixer still enlarged? I would think so, because if it's like right after.
You've got a few more seconds of enlarge,
Okay.
yes.
So I was thinking that'd be helpful for getting people down out of the tree.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna ask how high up they are.
Yep, so I'll reread what I read like 3 weeks ago, whatever.
Remember that one?
A wooden vessel is caught high in the tree branches, broken into 3 chunks. It resembles a ship, but there are differences that mark it clearly not as a seagoing vessel. The stern is the lowest piece, hanging precariously by its rigging about 50 feet above the ground. The middle section appears to be 15 feet higher, and the bow section is firmly wedged into a nest of branches another 10 feet above that. So the lowest point is 50, then you have the next to middle part at 65, and then the highest part is 75 feet above you.
And this guy is screaming from what section?
This person is calling to you from the stern. It is a woman.
Oh, sorry.
That's
I
fine.
thought
I
it was-
wasn't really specifying one way or the other.
My bad. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
Or get up to them without messing everything up.
I like this. It
Killing
seems.
us all.
I have a couple of ideas.
Yeah, go for it.
Yes, wizard.
are you saying this in character?
Yes.
Great.
I could attempt to slow her fall with a feather fall spell.
Isn't there more than one person in there? Or I mean, like previously, it had seemed like that. I guess.
I'm not sure if I had said anything to indicate there was more than one person around, but you have really only seen the one?
Okay. Yeah, so that was the same person that I first saw.
Yes.
Okay.
That's probably the swiftest and most efficient way to get it out. Now, if there is complications, I could use mold earth to build up a mound, lessening the drop.
Do they have any rope?
Are you asking them?
Yeah, like we're talking about ideas, how to get them out. So yeah.
do you have any rope?
Throws down entire rope.
No, not like that.
Have a grappling hook,
That's true.
but it's not gonna get up that high.
She's gonna kind of call back, and you can hear in her voice that like the energy of shouting is taking a lot out of her.
Oh.
She's like, we've run out of food days ago, maybe weeks. We don't have a way to get down.
Okay, so there's definitely more than just her up there because she said we.
That strikes the efficient way. Let's take it one at a time. I can do it twice.
How many can you cast down at one time?
One
person.
One person at a time.
Hey,
I can do it twice
lady.
more.
How many people are up there, or things, or animals, or whatever?
We are 6.
Oh boy.
That is more than 2 for those counting.
Did you have any rope? Did you look?
There's no response.
I'm sorry, does it seem like it's very precarious in the tree?
It definitely sits there in a way that a boat should not.
Well, yeah, the same way as that a brick shouldn't hang in the sky.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So does it seem like that it's precarious? Like if there's too much movement, say, from the amount of somebody climbing up a tree, would it like slide and fall out or something like that?
That is something you're going to have to give me a check for, Dana.
Okay.
I feel like that's going to be a wisdom-based skill. So if you want to add a modifier or a skill particular points to that, sell it to me. I'll probably let you do it.
Okay, let me think. I mean, I would say insight or perception. They're both the same for me, and I feel like they could be justified either way.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. I rolled a 2
Neat.
for a total of 6. I think it'd be just fine.
So-
You are extremely confident that you could jump up and down on this thing all day long, and it would never budge an inch,
Okay, cool.
right?
I've reconvened with my spell book here, and it
Neat.
turns out I've can target up to 5 creatures with a single casting of Featherfall.
Oh.
Why I asked you, Ryan. Thank you, man. I took the hint and double checked.
Okay, so one of them has to die.
I can cast it twice.
I think that's the only logical answer.
Rochambeau. Short stick. Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, red.
Sure.
Mhm, I see it.
So you can cast it on 5 people, so we could transport 10 people safely. Yes?
Yes.
I mean, in sequence, not all at the same time, but saying
Right, yeah. 5 at a time.
We
We're
have-
5 at a time.
we have the means. Don't everybody jump. Okay.
You said jump,
No.
and they all just start
No.
jumping.
Like
Oh.
lemmings. Just jumping out.
Well, problem solved. Moving on.
Okay, so do we want to do that?
Or I can climb up there. Totally could climb up there. Yeah.
Do you attempt to climb up there?
I don't think Riggs is
Don't make me
quite
waste the casting of
quite
Featherfall.
that dumb enough. Like dumb to do that without them saying it's okay. So,
You were checking earlier how sturdy it was?
Yeah.
Is that what you were doing?
yeah. And yeah, I got a total of 6.
Iku is gonna go up to the tree below the stern and like start actually like tugging at the vines that are like surrounding it and the low-hanging branches. My friends, as she begins to climb it, I think climbing this should not be too much of a problem.
Alright, cool.
And
Uh,
Iku begins climbing the tree.
Guys,
What's
give me
purpose
all
of
the
going
rope.
up if we don't need to go up? If they're just coming down.
I thought that magic was like,
All they have
Special.
to do is jump.
but
far
don't
does
we
your
need to
spell go?
save it?
Up the boat?
No, this spell thing. I don't know. So I'm gonna take make sure to take up my rope with me, and don't we have a tarp or something?
We have lots of tarp.
Yeah, something like that I could easily dig out, and I'll start climbing the tree as well behind Iku.
I mean, it's slow going, but the vines are dense enough that I'm not gonna make you make a check.
Okay.
As long as you're not trying to be rushed at this, you can slowly climb the tree.
Well, and if nothing else, if we bring down one person this way, then it's only casting spell once.
The thing I'm worried about is more people getting on that rickety thing and bringing it down. Their way may be distributed evenly so that they're fine up there. We add one or two more people, and that whole thing could come down.
I'm not climbing back down at this point. Keep on going.
Rebel, well, if you die, it's your fault, not mine. I warned you.
So after, it takes a minute or so for Iku and Rixer to climb the trees. But you're able to pull yourself onto the stern of the boat, and you can see that it's relatively sturdy. It's wedged in here pretty good. It moves a little bit as you move, so you definitely instantly get the sense that maybe you don't want to jump up and down on it.
Right.
And you meet this woman you were talking to,
Okay.
and she's kind of sitting probably 5 feet away from the edge of where the boat broke in half, with her back along a wall of the boat, or a short wall.
Okay.
And she kind of looks up to you, and you can see that she's soaked in sweat, and her clothes are just partially deteriorating and torn. Thank you. It has been a very long time since I've seen anyone who was not dead. Besides my crew, of course.
You're welcome.
And she looks to Iku, and Iku kind of gives her this smile, and Iku's going to ask, "Where are your crew?" She kind of actually will point towards the middle section, and then again towards the bow of the ship, even further up.
Okay.
I believe Radas and Falks are in the midship, while Brex, Nar, and Veloid are in the bow. I did that in Iku's voice. Oh well.
Is anybody really, really hurt? Can't move?
She'll shake her head again and tell you that they ran out of food days ago, and they've had enough tarps to be able to collect some rainwater to stay alive drinking water, but they haven't been able to leave the ship or try to go down because of all the undead, so they've been basically starving to death up here.
Okay.
She'll tell you that there were some food supplies when they first crashed, but those were few and far between and went away quickly.
And from this one, because I know you said the highest one is 75 feet, right? So what about from this one?
Off of the ground, the highest one is 75 feet. From here, it is 25 feet higher.
That's 75, so it's 100 feet. Is that what you're saying?
No, the highest point, which is the bow of the ship, is 25 feet higher than where you're standing now.
Okay. So I'm at 50 feet.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. So, Iku, did you bring any rope? I just have this one piece, and I don't think it's long enough for later.
Iku doesn't typically carry a pack of any kind. She has a satchel she kind of has, but that's it. She'll just kind of pat her her hips where there aren't even any pockets and say, "No, I did not bring a rope.
Okay.
I thought our friend Ruvain would join us and perhaps lend his magic to the task."
I'd like to see Ruvain climb up there.
I wouldn't. I'm just using mold earth to make a big bullseye on the ground.
So like, slowly walk over to her, making sure that it's like stable as I go, and
Sure.
if I make it there, no problem. Right?
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem at all.
Are you strong enough to hold on to this rope and I'll lower you down?
She looks at you and looks at the rope and just shakes her head.
Okay. I open up the tarp. Get in it. To get in,
She'll shake her head and say, if you're going to save anyone, please save my crew.
but you're here right now.
I'm not leaving my ship until my crew is safe.
Iku.
Yes, Mixer.
We don't have enough rope from up there. Can we bring them all down here?
She'll shrug and say, probably.
You do that with the funds way up there?
I will see what I can do.
Okay. Lady, get on the tarp so I can take you down.
She kind of straightens up a little bit of that. It's like, this is my ship. I will not leave it unless my crew is safe.
Sorry, I want to look and see what it was that, if there was something different that Rixer called, essentially, his parents. Because I don't remember if I already made some canon.
As you're looking that up, Iku essentially uses the branches and kind of is able to gradually climb over to the mid part of the ship, and you can hear conversation between her and some voices that you can't see.
Okay.
After a few moments, you can see Iku kind of like have one person. Basically, she's gonna Superman this.
Okay.
She's gonna have one person in her arms, and she kind of like does a running leap from the higher mid part of the ship to where you and the captain are.
Okay.
And she'll set down a man who will tell you that his name is Radas. And then Iku goes back towards the midship.
Okay. Is he able to like stand?
Not at all.
Okay.
He's just in as bad shape as a captain.
Okay. Pick him up, put him in the tarp.
He kind of like complains a little bit, like saying, "No, not me, take the captain first," but also seems really, really weak and doesn't really give you any effective resistance.
Yeah. My mom said that I have to respect people, especially like women, I think she meant. But yeah. And then start tying, like I'm gonna essentially just make a little bundle. like a stork carrying a baby down to the ground. So make a little bundle and tie it up and just, hey guys, catch. And lower it down.
Yeah, sure. Why not? After a few moments, do you guys receive this bundle?
I mean, yes. I mean, Gilly won't because small,
Yeah.
but I think we would. I don't know how we would receive it. How far is your rope coming down?
Well, it's 50-foot rope.
Oh, okay. So it just kind of.
Well, it might, because of having to use part of it to tie and hold on to, it might be like, 5 feet short or whatever, but you guys should be able to like grab it, I think, and undo it.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay, now there's only 5.
So I've been, making this bullseye.
So was that canon? You're making a bullseye?
Yes. Like, aim here spot so I can see them when they fall.
They're coming from different parts of this spread out.
Oh, fuck.
Like,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. If they had to be together.
Yes.
Okay.
I need to be able to see them. Maybe within 60 feet of me.
So they all need to get to the lower part.
Yeah, so Rixer will join you in helping, like, get them to that part of the ship.
yeah. Essentially, there's just penalties for movement and stuff, but Iku won't have those penalties because Iku can fly, which you guys know now. Yeah, it takes you guys some time, but you're able to get 4 other people onto the start of the ship.
Okay. And once that's the case, I guess we'll ask the captain. Is there, like, I don't know, other things we should take from the ship? Besides you guys?
Like what? Nearly everything has been destroyed. Most of our cargo is on the jungle floor, has been picked over by the undead, seems like, and trampled and destroyed.
Okay.
I have some navigation tools, but I'm not sailing or flying anywhere now at this point.
What's taking so long up there? I'm long lived, but not even I live forever.
I think they're ready to jump, right? You guys ready to jump?
We're jumping?
Yeah. Down there. Come to the bullseye.
They're gonna look down.
I wave.
No, he's got magic.
I don't. Like, the crew and the captain are just kind of like looking at each other, and they all look basically like all look like everyone's looking at the captain. Like, what her reaction is. I don't know who you are. Why
would
you want us to jump?
Iku tell him the thing.
Sam?
Gilly's gonna be jumping up and down, waving a ration bar, going, I have food.
Compelling argument.
If we were gonna kill you,
You're gonna kill us?
I said, oh my, Iku, can you tell them?
She's smiling. Rick, you're doing a wonderful job.
Okay.
Dana, give me a persuasion check. I'll give you advantage because Gilly is down there waving around a granola bar.
16. We wouldn't climb up here to then make you die.
The captain kind of like inhales sharply and kind of looks at the crew and looks down at the jungle floor and nods a little bit.
Thumbs up. Big thumbs up.
You have some sort of magic prepared to help us down?
No, I don't.
I'm sorry. I meant the collective you.
Oh, yeah.
There's no easy word for that in common.
Yeah, like he does. Point to Ravine.
He does look like a wizard.
I think so.
She nods because
No, like I'm actually not sure, but I think so. Sorry.
And gives her crew there a bit of a pep talk and says that this may be our best. They killed the zombies. This may be our best way to safety.
You gotta do it all at once, though.
Oh, I was gonna have them go first.
Hands!
No. Yeah, all together, like together.
Like a flower circle.
Whatever that is.
And they all jump at the same time.
Okay.
As soon as I can see them, I will cast Featherfall on the 5 of them.
Okay. Featherfall hits them, and they slowly drift to the floor of the jungle.
Okay, so we'll just climb down.
She don't want to jump. I have one casting that left.
No, that was the whole point of going up there.
Iku will jump, and then slowly fall down, like jump down.
Like in the same manner as the feather fall, essentially?
She makes it appear that way.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering.
And then touches down. And hey, you have now acquired 6 humans who are in very bad shape and need help and protection and something to get rid of their 5 levels of exhaustion.
Crap.
Well, Gilly's gonna pass out ration bars to each of them.
They will slowly, like,
Rick's will pass out water too, I guess.
they say thank you and they're very appreciative. The captain, who tells you that her name is Theslandra Bravewing, says that they were on their way to Port Nyanzaru with a load of cargo when they were attacked by several terrafolk who destroyed the giant balloon on their airship and made them crash into the jungle.
Why would they do that? They jerks. They're jerks.
Yes, they are jerks, I do believe.
Rick's is just gonna sit down with them and like eat a ration bar too.
Are you, the captain's gonna ask, are you guys on your way to Port Nyanzaru?
Nope. We're going deeper. Into the jungle.
Oh. Do you have any idea how far from Port Nyanzaru we are?
It's been a while. Lots of meals. Lots of meals.
Iku's gonna tell you it's definitely probably 2 to 3 week journey.
Yeah.
Maybe less if you. Maybe less if they were able to get to a canoe and take the river. They may be able to find help at Camp Vengeance with the. Who was that? The Flaming Fist, I believe.
Oh, those guys. Well, going there is definitely a choice you could make. There are definitely people there that might make you do things. But, I mean, it'd be better than nothing.
So is that what you guys do? You tell them that they need to walk to a Flaming Fist camp?
Sounds good.
Excuse me.
Well, I mean, I'm not really sure what your other options are. I mean, going deeper into the jungle with us doesn't seem very wise in your condition. Sorry, just being honest.
The captain, Captain Bravewing, will nod, and I don't suppose there's any way I could convince you to escort us back to the Port Nyanzaru.
Oh,
I know it's a big ask, but I'm afraid that if we may not survive that trip.
Group huddle. Shuffle away.
Does that mean me too?
Yeah, guys, come on.
Okay.
And they just sit where they stopped, where they fell, and you gave them granola bars, and they're not really going anywhere right now. So
That's too much of a setback.
Yeah, we can't afford. We are running short of our time with Iku already. Like going all the way back would be way too much.
How are we on food?
Good question.
I mean, Iku has been like foraging and hunting a little bit, right?
some, you guys also have some, and she can cast food and water.
Okay.
I think once or twice a day.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that creates a lot of stuff too.
yeah.
So like that gives you guys definitely because the food I think becomes inedible after 24 hours or something, but the water sticks around longer, I believe.
Okay.
Okay, so if we're saying that, She's been doing that twice a day then? Or once a day?
If necessary. And really only at times where she hasn't had to cast other spells, because, that's how it works. But for the most part, you guys haven't been doing much, so
Right.
if you had needed her to, she would have done so.
Okay.
I think we established that pretty early on.
Okay, so the group inventory says that there's 22 days of rations left, according to this.
And how many more days is it gonna be? Till we get to our next, I guess, destination.
Yeah. Gilly will kind of wave Iku over, or is Iku already in the
Oh, shit,
huddle?
Iku's there with you.
Okay. How much longer do you think we have, Iku?
Iku is actually going to smile a little bit at that. Well, I have been thinking about this. If we go straight through from here to the city of Omu, we can be there in just about a week.
Okay.
However, that will take us through one of the most the most densely populated undead areas of the jungle. If we were to try to avoid that, that would easily double our travel time. And I wanted to have that conversation with you to see what it is you would prefer to do.
So going around there would double our time. But going through it would... So a week or 2 weeks is what we're looking at?
Right about a week to go straight through, and perhaps 2 to go around.
And there's no place nearby, remotely safe.
She just shrugs and says that no, we are deep in the heart of the jungle. Danger is everywhere. All right, folks. So we paused the recording so that our heroes could have a very heated, angry, fist-waving conversation, trying to figure out what the best route forward is going to be.
Fireball.
So, what are we doing again?
Okay, so we're going to rest with these people for a couple days, 2, maybe 3 days tops, while they are resting because, as one flops to the ground, because they're mostly dead.
That's not good.
No, we are going to attempt to get them as well fit as we can for their travels. Maybe we should try to build a boat. Maybe we should try to get them something set on their way. And then, once we do that, we do the resting. We're going to escort them back to the river so they can be on their way and we can be on our way.
Okay, build a boat. Got it.
You got it.
And Rix is just gonna walk away and then work on exploring the debris.
Sure. So this day is actually kind of starting to come towards a close. You guys had heard the first voice a few hours before nightfall. So you don't really have a ton of time left in this particular day. But if your intention is basically to make camp with these people, you can definitely do so. Is that, I'm assuming, your intention?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No real problem there. You guys have made camp in the jungle now more times than I can count or would like to count. And you're able to do so, and the night passes relatively calmly, peacefully, quietly. Morning comes. Along with that comes daylight.
And
spell
we
slots.
definitely want to go home.
And healing.
And healing, yep. Somehow all of those wounds from the ghouls and the Grillians magically heal overnight, because 5th edition healing is a little strange.
I always see is you still have your wounds and whatever, but they're just covered over.
How long?
Or you bandage yourself.
It's
You just-
not necessarily affecting you negatively
Yeah.
anymore.
yeah.
How long does temporary hit points last again?
2 minutes rest.
70.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it's gone. Alright, so you guys said you're going to spend a couple days letting them rest, and you've got the food to do that. Iku would definitely spend some time foraging, and she's very adept at finding edible stuff in the jungle.
Brielle will go help her too.
Yeah, so between the two of you,
Brielle really wants to go to the jungle.
So we're foraging tonight? Still?
like maybe like during the day a little bit is my thought.
The next day. Okay.
The next morning. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I thought we were gonna make camp and then be done. So I was confused.
Nope, I'm gonna try to.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
You guys had said that you would like to maybe try to scavenge the wreckage of the ship, right? In order to try to find them supplies. During our off-air huddle, you talked about wanting to find, I don't know, enough bits and pieces to make a boat. And there is, I mean, probably a third of the ship littering the floor of the jungle. And obviously the rest of the ship hanging above your heads. So there's plenty of wood, and much of it is, big chunks. I think when I was describing the battlefield a couple episodes ago, I said there were some significantly large chunks of the hull that the ghouls were kind of hiding behind and whatever. You might want to be able to use some of that to build a crude raft. Is that kind of what your plan was?
Hopefully better than crude and more than a raft.
Okay. Well, I know.
What's crude more raft?
I know that Rixer's got a carpenter background,
Yep, sure does.
so I'm sure Rixer would be finding chunks of wood and starting to try to build something with supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who wants to try to just scavenge the floor of the jungle, give me a I don't know, some kind of
What are we looking for?
anything useful.
For the boat?
Yeah.
Or supply wise
Investigation?
Or supply wise,
Investigation.
or anything
Supply-wise.
useful.
Oh, okay. For just general.
Yeah,
of
if
all
as a
the things.
group you guys get, let's say at least half of you get pretty good numbers, I'll just collectively say what you guys are finding. Dana?
So I wanted Rixer to be able to help through Vane explore the ship.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was
So-
somebody also mentioned out there.
So is that gonna be separately? So that's what
Yes.
Rixer's doing and cannot look for stuff right now.
Right.
Okay.
So right now, yes. Anyone
Okay.
who wants to check the jungle floor.
Okay.
So it just looks like.
What kind of check
You
was
want
it?
survival or perception?
We're gonna be checking
That's
out the
Or
boat.
investigation.
Yeah.
Investigation
Yeah.
or perception.
Investigation.
That's what I meant, not survival.
Yeah, Rixer will
Both of them.
carry you or
Ooh,
whatever.
Not if I roll crap, I rolled bad.
I want to show off.
I probably don't hurt anything.
Sam?
14.
Iku is down here with you too.
I got an 8 total.
So you find lots of wood, and even with an 8, you're gonna find wood that's in good enough shape that you could use it or pry nails and stuff out of it. And some of it's like dovetail, like construction too. So it's kind of a mixture of different construction techniques. But you're able to find a lot of bits and pieces that Rixer feels pretty good that he could make something a little bit better than a crude raft. Sam?
Gilly also wanted to take some time to take a little bit of tarp in order to pack up and ration out food ration supplies.
There's plenty of this heavy canvas that's really it would be easy to find enough to do that, and also if Rixer wanted to put together a crude sail for this boat or something, plenty to go around.
Okay.
You find that whatever this boat was carrying, a lot of it was weapons. And once you get into some of these crates that have been knocked around and bigger boxes that was cargo, you find a whole thing that's got a whole rack of just short swords. And you find long swords, you find broken bows, you find several quivers of arrows, bolts, you find 2 heavy crossbows. Heavy crossbow still a thing in 5th edition?
Yeah.
I do believe so.
Yeah,
D10.
the bigger one, not the hand one.
Some daggers.
You find daggers.
I'll take some.
Really all kinds of weapons like this. You find them, and they're not all in great shape because they fell out of a ship. But you find if you guys would like a particular weapon, you probably will find it here. There's some you don't find any mauls, you don't find any lances. Some of the less common things aren't going to be there, but
Right.
there's a lot here. Obviously, it's a good point for Brielle to fill up her quivers.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
You also find, you know,
Mark off the ones that I've lost.
what do you call it? You find trail rations that might just be in basic like explorers packs. You know, you find several 50-foot coils of rope. You know, you find mess kits. Basically, on the ground, you find enough to fully assemble 2 full explorers packs as defined in the player's handbook.
Cool.
In addition to finding like the stuff for weapons and Dana.
So not that it really matters. I guess it's more like role play, whatever. But so since there's so much wood and there's extra rope and everything like that, Richter would want to make those like, you know, on pontoons, the like metal things that are under it, and how sometimes some boats have them off to the side to make it more stable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make 2 of those off to the side. Would there be enough for that?
Sure.
Okay. So just to hopefully make them have a better chance.
Now, who wanted to go up into the ship? Sorry, did you have something, Matt?
They did. I did have something. I was just gonna raise my hand, but you can call me. I want to ask the crew, so I'll go around wherever they're kind of at. It asks. Well, no, I'll just go to the captain. Never mind. I'll go to the captain and ask if any of them are capable of fighting. If they had any training at all.
She'll, you know, she definitely does look better than she did last night. You know,
Right.
because now she's only at level 4 exhaustion.
Yeah.
She'll nod and tell you that Phelps is the ship's master of arms, and kind of points to like a dude. He's big. He's pretty burly. Like he looks wiped and exhausted right now.
Right.
And she'll tell you, yeah, I know that he knows how to. I've seen him in a fight. He can handle himself. Just kind of like the crew, she's not like giving positions for them.
Right.
And she'll gesture to Brax, Nar, and Veloid. And they're pretty scrappy. They can hold themselves pretty well. But herself and Radas, she doesn't really speak of their, I don't know, physical prowess.
Well, she'll say, I know that this was your cargo that you were supposed to get, but maybe you should take the weapons that we found here on your journey and protect yourselves. Armor up, shields, swords, whatever we've got.
She will definitely nod and agree.
You're gonna need it.
You don't really find any armor, but you
I
definitely...
didn't think you said armor.
Yeah, you have the stuff where you could probably put together a couple shields.
We could take the metal, any extra metal that we find.
Yeah, like definitely, you can definitely have the stuff. There's not manufactured. But
Right.
You
Makeshift
can
shields.
make a couple shields in the time you have.
Even
But-
if they're just wooden.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't really have any armor to speak of in this cargo.
I didn't think you said armor. Which is why I said anything you can find, but I think that's all I wanted to do. I just want to make sure they could handle themselves.
Yep. And then like the guy Phelps, like he can kind of like stand a little better now, and you know he'll kind of like look around and like find like a long sword, and he swings it around. You can tell by the way he's swinging it and like testing his balance that he knows what he's doing. Dana, I think you and Ryan were gonna go check out the ship.
Yeah, Ruvain really wanted to, so Reeser will help.
Sure.
I think Brielle's gonna decide to go up there with them.
Sure. It doesn't really take much to get up there. Like if Ruvain tries to climb,
I think he's.
I don't want to climb.
okay.
I want to show off a little bit.
What you got?
Walk up to the base of this tree, spell focus in hand, muttering, gesturing, and I'll just start walking up the tree.
Spider.
Nice. Rick's
I
just jealous.
think this would let me kind of maneuver around the ship a little bit better. Basically able to get to like points of the ship that you couldn't normally do because I'm now sticking to the surface.
You can have a point of inspiration for showmanship.
Got it.
I mean, mark it down though too, so next week you remember.
Is Rixer going to just climb?
All
Yeah.
we have to climb up is the vines.
Yeah.
And
there's-
branches.
Yeah, it wasn't easy climb, it said before.
Brielle's gonna, just to make sure, because vines can snap, Brielle's gonna take her grappling hook
Uh-huh.
and she'll chuck it up there and on a thicker branch that would support, especially Rickster's weight.
Yeah.
And then that way Rickster has something easier to climb up. Just for roleplay purposes,
Yeah.
if you're not making us make checks, but
No, you can
Yeah.
totally
she would
do
just
that.
whatever she can to make it easier.
Alright. Very theatrical. You can
Yeah.
have a point of inspiration too, man. Oh, you
I
didn't
don't
have
know what
one.
to do with it. No, I don't. I do not have one.
Damn. I'm giving it to you when you already got it. So the three of you guys, it takes a bit of time climbing and physical exertion to get up there, but after a minute or so of climbing, you're up top. You're on the stern of the ship. Sam, you were sticking down. You're probably making the bundles of food and stuff, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm just making ration packets.
Sure.
Or tending to, helping people up and get mobile and lead a jazzercise course.
No, it's a movie like that. So the ship is broken up. You can kind of see where, there's canvas that's been set up. It's collecting rainwater. You can see that, from where you're standing, you can kind of see the midsection, and whoever was staying there had was collecting rainwater from a tarp and then into a bucket to kind of help with that. But if you guys want to, I'm assuming you'll, between the three of you, eventually check all three sections of the ship. Why don't you give me just what have you do before? Perception checks, investigation checks,
Depends on what we're looking for.
just finding
Yeah,
useful
very
stuff.
Yeah, Richard's gonna
Right.
reach narrative.
To Brielle, do you want to use that wand you have? I would try to detect magic myself, but I kind of point at defeat.
Don't want to burn yourself out, right?
Well, no, because if I try to look for magic,
Don't be a pansy. She'll take it and she'll whatever she has to do to make it. I can't remember if I had a word or
I think you
not,
had a command word, but
but
yeah,
if it does, she'll say it and activate it.
what
So
kind of check did
anything-
you ask for?
investigation.
Investigation. That's
Um,
not what I rolled.
You're
I
not
don't remember what I rolled.
picking up anything magic
Okay.
up here on the treetops.
18.
Man, ooh,
Um,
crap today. I only got 10.
All right,
I got 13.
all right. So between the three of you, sorry, go ahead.
So I have better ways to get around.
Mhm, yeah, that makes
Yep.
a lot of sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So between the three of you, you're able to scour inside and out of the ship, and you find more of the crew's personal belongings and some other stuff like that, and you're able to put together one priest's pack as defined by the player's handbook. So if you decide you want to look that up, I can give you more details. Or I can look it up in a minute here. But you get into what is clearly the cabin of the captain. And really, it's, having been in most of the ship now, about the same size, really, and just a bit more fancily outfitted. And once you get into her cabin, Ryan, or Ruvain with his 18 in particular, looking around, you find that there is a small box tucked away, hidden under her bed, with a pretty decent lock on it. Now, Brielle can look at this and see there's no indication of magic, but whatever it is, it's clearly
Locked.
Maybe locked.
I also looked up, while you were talking, I looked up the priest pack.
Sure.
All it is a blanket, 10 candles, a tinder box, an alms box, 2 blocks of incense, a censer, vestments, 2 days of rations, and a water skin.
Yeah, you find those
So
things.
really, they're gonna, the 2 days of rations and the water skin is the only thing they're gonna need.
The investments if they're finding the right people to talk to you with.
We should probably inspect a captain. We're not thieves, right? Right?
Mm.
Brielle kind of looks to the side for a minute, and then
Yeah, it's probably important to her. Don't you want to know what's inside?
Oh, I totally want to know what's inside.
Can I, while he's holding it, can I make a check to see if it's locked?
Yeah.
God, I'm rolling so bad today. It's only an 11.
I mean, you can try to open the lid, it doesn't open. It feels like it's locked. You don't need a very high check to see if a thing is
That's
locked.
valid.
Yep.
Yeah, that's locked.
Oh. Trapped is the check I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
That's what I want.
Sorry, that's not what you asked me.
That's better, too. Wait, investigation? Or perception?
Investigation.
Investigation. That's going to be over 20, 21.
You can't find any way this thing can be trapped.
No.
Fortunately, I don't think she has the picks. Let
I
me
don't know
see.
who's carrying those picks.
Oh, I do have thieves' tools, but they're not the +1 thieves' tools.
Did Gilly have them?
Do you want to know what's inside?
I want to know what's inside.
We can lock it back up after.
Let's try it. Don't roll crappy. That's not horrible.
Worst case scenario, carpenter's tools kind of comes with a little hammer and chisel.
I'm unfortunately not proficient with these tools, even though I have them. But it's still a 14.
Yeah, this was a very simple lock. You were definitely able to get inside of it.
Yeah, I did.
Without damaging it.
Yeah.
Without
you
damaging
did.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't remember what I said earlier, but I really wanted to.
Somebody said something, I was going to go, yeah. Yeah, you did.
So inside
Inside this
this
being deep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
inside this box, it's not like a big treasure chest. We're talking about something that you can
Yes.
really like hold in your hands, right? You find several envelopes, which just from the outside, the way they're addressed, you would think they're probably personal correspondence. You find saw a necklace, a golden chain, but again, you're looking for your magic vision, and it's
Right.
is what it looks like, or at least
It's
it's not
mundane.
magical.
That's what I did.
It's mundane. There is a little box, a little clamshell box, about I don't know, 1.5 inches tall by about 2.5 inches wide. That's got a simple hinge on it that's closed, and you see two two vials holding red liquid, and they're like they have foam, some sort of like soft padding, off taking up like one side of the chest.
To protect them from breaking.
Yes,
I've seen enough healing potions. Would I know those?
yes,
are
this is
healing
definitely the healing
Okay.
potion. Two of them.
The small. You said there was a small box with a latch.
It's no lockout. You can see it's just closed. It's
I'm picturing a ring box.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing.
Yes,
Flip that and open it.
a gold ring with a large diamond.
No signet or anything like
Nothing.
that. Nothing like that. Okay.
Just a diamond ring.
Maybe she's married. Close that. Put it back in there. Or was married.
Scandalous.
The like you said there were papers and stuff in there.
Yep.
None of that seems important.
I mean, if you're really looking at it, you think one could be like the deed to the ship.
That's worthless now.
And several envelopes that from the outside, like it's got like her name on it, and they've been opened, and there's
Probably
like some folded letters in
With
there.
a lot of stuff like probably for like their shipments and like logs or whatever. And that's what I'm assuming I'm looking at.
Sure. I don't know. I mean, I do know, but unless you tell me you're going snooping through the envelopes.
Are they open?
Oh yeah.
I'll open a couple of them.
Just
Just see what's inside them.
yep. So the first two you open are going to be like letters between her or the captain and somebody else.
Okay.
It's just got like an initial. It says C,
Okay.
like the letter C.
Do they? I mean, I guess I would. If they're still looking around, or if they want to, I mean, I guess I would just kind of sit and read. it.
they
Are they long? Is it long?
It's like a couple pages.
Oh, she might
I mean,
peruse it then, not like just sit there and read the whole thing.
Inside in the letter, is it mushy?
She's wondering with the ring. She's curious, or
Is it
if
written
this
in
could be
prose?
important to somebody else.
In one of the letters, the person C, because that's just how it's signed. It's just letter
Right.
C. You know, it says to whatever the captain's name is. Where is it? Theslandra. And it kind of talks about this person C saying that their father had just died, and there was problems with the will, and the family was squabbling over not really much of anything. They can't believe how these people are acting when loved one is dead, and now all they care about is the will. It's a whole letter kind of talking about that, and how that if the captain, Bravewing here, was there, that maybe they'd be listening to more reason, but the captain's gone, and that was the long and the short of it.
She's just curious to make sure, I guess, to kind of give what she's up to and give her a reason to be looking through these and snooping.
The other, sorry.
She's curious to make sure that they're not like, they don't have like a secret mission or some kind of alter agenda that we're not aware of. So she's kind of going into investigation
Yep,
mode
so
to
the
make
other-
sure.
The other letter seems to be older, and it's talking about how the writer's father is sick and has been sick for some time, and that it talks about a priest that had come by, or a cleric basically, and was trying to cast spells to help him. Maybe he wasn't getting any better, and it didn't seem to be working. And that again, that this person wishes that I can't pronounce their name, or I would say the captain's name. Captain Bravewing was wishing Captain Bravewing was there, so that Captain Bravewing could see this person's father one more time before he passes, in hopes that their journey, Bravewing's journey, is short, and understands though that Bravewing is always on all these missions and is always on all these going to all these places on her ship. Those are the two personal letters. And then, yeah, you do find like a cargo manifest, essentially.
Okay.
And it said, it talks about where the ship is from, which is from Helrua, and this destination is Port Nizaru, and it lists one of the merchant princes as being the recipient of the cargo. The merchant princes are the people basically in charge of Port
Right.
Nizaru.
Was it any of the ones we had to deal with before?
Yeah, I don't have his name in front of me right now, but he's
But
the
it
guy
was
that
one
made you wait all pompously. when he
Oh,
was
that
talking.
guy. Fucking thing. She's
Joe
happy
Ball,
he didn't
thank
get
you,
his
Sam.
stuff.
Joe
done.
Ball, yes.
Good
Yeah.
deep dive on that one.
Man,
I
point
couldn't remember that.
point of
That's
inspiration for putting that name out of your head.
9 months ago.
Yikes.
I don't. That's just a throw almost.
Didn't we like just
Couldn't
leave
listen.
him?
We did because he came out and the guy was like, "Oh, he'll see you now," and we were like, "See ya."
Yes.
And I believe I flipped him off as I was leaving because we were so upset.
Yeah, you guys basically snubbed him.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
made us wait for so long. So she gets a little smirk on her face when she finds out he didn't get his stuff. She'll, and whatever, I don't know what you guys are doing, but she'll relay what she's found
I'm
with you
holding the
guys
box.
and let you know that these guys weren't up to anything shady, but also that Joe Ball didn't get the shipment that was on the ship.
Oh,
You don't know.
I don't know who that is.
What was the shipment?
The weapons and stuff, I'm assuming.
Mostly it's just a lot of weapons. And then some just basic foods. There was a shipment of fresh produce, which you haven't seen hide nor hair of, but you were also told that they had food on the ship when it crashed that they've already eaten.
Yeah.
I'm sure they
Why does he want so many weapons? Rickster's just gonna think very deeply.
Does he say that a lot?
Yeah.
I smell ham again.
You smell ham?
No, you don't.
Bria will say maybe to arm his guards, or maybe even city guards themselves. I mean, he has a lot of control over that kind of stuff.
Oh.
I mean, or there's the big thing is maybe he's starting a war. I don't know. We're not there. Not our problem.
Sounds good.
Okay, so yeah, that's really the only thing of interest or intrigue you guys are able to find on the ship. Do you close the and relock
Yeah,
his chest?
yeah. She'll close it back up and put she'll put the ring box back in there and close it up.
So you guys, this definitely seems like the kind of box that would need the key to relock it. You are not in possession of said key.
Okay.
If you want to essentially make it look like you didn't
I
open
was
it,
just gonna say I'm gonna try to make it look like maybe it fell and
From the
broke the lock broke open. I mean, I could take my sword and bust the lock a bit.
if you want, or you also think maybe you could relock it with your lock picks too.
Oh, I could relock it.
You could. You don't have the physical key, so you would need to use your lock picks to like.
I thought you were saying.
relock
I thought
it.
I misunderstood what you were saying. I thought you were saying that I couldn't lock it because I didn't have a key. I can attempt that and
If that's
see if I
doable.
fail or not. My rolls have been iffy tonight. That's not bad. Just a dex, right? So to 18.
Yep, your goal was 10. So very
that's
basic.
not- yeah,
Very basic.
really basic.
You're very basic.
Thank you.
Yeah, I am. All right, cool. So you guys are able to kind of finish up top, and you have basically the equivalent of a priest pack. You have this chest, and I'm assuming you will come back down the tree. In the meantime, Rixer has been working on this boat.
And like would have gathered some really good wood and supplies
Yeah.
from the ship and take down with them.
Before, I've been thinking about this. How exactly do airships function?
Oh, that's a good valid point.
Yeah.
Do you ask? Are you okay? Are you asking me if
So, like,
Ruvain knows this, or if you
Can I
talking
do
to
a
the
knowledge
captain?
check?
Yeah. Do a knowledge check.
I was thinking about that earlier, and then
Do
I just
a-
forgot about it.
Oh man, you want to know about how something works?
Basically, is it worth salvaging what its power source is?
Give me. Yep. I don't know. History check, I guess.
History? I got history. And I got inspiration, so I have a chance here. And I will use that inspiration. Using it, see?
Okay. On a knowledge history check. Cool. I love it.
I won't use it any other way.
That's fine, man.
15.
No, yeah, I mean, like, airships aren't mega common, but, like, the simplest ones basically have a large bladder full of air that's lighter than the rest of the air
Oh.
that hold it aloft. You get the feeling that all of this blue canvas probably used to be the airbag.
Okay.
There is the remnants, you'll be able to see like a large propeller essentially
Okay.
along the back end of it.
No elemental engine then.
So
Alright.
think like FF9.
Yeah,
Fancy 9's
yeah.
okay.
it's not like Storm King's Thunder,
Yeah.
their airship being
Kind of
propelled
what I
by,
was trying to.
What was that? A fire elemental?
Yeah, fire elemental in the
Yeah.
engine.
Yeah.
No, this is more mundane than that.
To speak primordial, I can give it to help us.
There is no fire elemental. This is not Storm King's Thunder.
How big is the propeller? Sorry.
Oh, no, you're
I'm done.
Well, you can find one of its blades on the ground, and one of its blades is 6 feet.
Tall?
Yes.
How wide?
How about 2 feet wide?
Okay. I'm gonna take some of that down with me too.
I was gonna say that would make a pretty good.
I mean, one of the
boat.
blades of the
Yeah.
propellers was already like intact on the floor of the jungle.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking either for carving some paddles out of,
Mm-hmm.
or trying to make like a thing that they can essentially like a wheel, like a water wheel thing, so they can go like this. They can, like, what is it called? They essentially crank it on the side to be able to go or something. But that might take.
Is
more time
Rexer
than
smart
we have.
enough to be able to?
He's a
engine
carpenter.
And to create something like that?
I mean, he's a
Enough time. Give it enough time, yes.
Okay. I was say like I don't think it'd be done in 2 days, but I don't know. I was thinking that he's a carpenter. He's been on a farm.
The imagery of that, though.
Yeah.
Like just going down the river.
No, but probably just use it for some paddles. Make like 4 paddles if there's enough.
All right. So you guys spend, as you had discussed before, the whole day gathering resources and putting together, starting construction on this boat. And you spend a full day on it. Night comes, morning comes. It's now day 2. Mechanically speaking, they are down to only 3 levels of exhaustion compared to the 5 when you found them.
Sorry.
And you had discussed possibly escorting them to the river so they could get on the boat. I'm assuming that would be on the end of this day when you would do that, right?
Yeah.
So you're able, Rixer, because you spent a couple days on it, because of your background, you build them a boat that you're convinced should be watertight. It will carry six of them. They're just getting strong enough, especially this guy, what did I say his name was, Felix. And then some of the crewmen are a little bit able to like carry a sword, and they can then start to help you with some of the moving stuff around, or try to help you build the stuff, kind of go a little bit faster.
I don't know that Rixer would have enough knowledge about boats specifically for
These
making a sail, but I was going to ask
These
if they
guys
do.
do.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yep, when it comes to that, like, especially if they see Rixer starting to maybe struggle a little bit, like they're feeling a little better, they can step in and say, oh, hey, how about we do it this way? Or, we got all this rope, let's connect this to this.
Yeah, and Rixer
Yeah,
take
you got-
their advice completely.
You got people that really know what they're doing and
Cool.
how to do these things, now helping you construct this.
Cool.
So day 2, you get way more done than you did day 1, because they're able to really get up and move around a little bit more.
Cool.
And by the end of that second day, you guys have something that feels pretty safe. Is your plan still to escort them 2 days through the jungle?
That's what Brielle wants to do. Because she's worried about them getting killed on their way to the river.
And I think Rixer would agree, like, especially now working like with them to make this bow, he's feeling a little bit protective.
Sure.
I mean, Gilly made all of these food packs. She doesn't just want them to get up and taken from some random people.
And Iku has spent a lot of this time really foraging for things that are really specially local to Chult that will help. You know, she finds a beetle that can be crushed into a paste to cure different diseases, and she's able to kind of do some other things to kind of like help them along their way. Yeah, so you guys are able to then walk a couple days. You go back to the river. Yes, Dana?
I was just gonna say, sorry, for role-playing purposes, what is like, I guess, the quality of these carvings the little carvings that Rixer's done? The Chowinga, Chameleon, and not the Chewinga. The Triceratops, Chameleon, and Mongoose.
They're recognizable. You might be able to sell them at a trinket shop for a couple silver pieces.
Okay, so Rick will give them to him. Like, maybe this get you money when you get there.
Okay.
And then,
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, no, you have been a great help. Matt?
You didn't have to stop. That's fine. Did we burn through any extra of our own personal rations helping these people?
Yes.
Okay,
You
how
definitely
much
have.
would we burn through?
How much are you giving them? I guess I didn't really specify that, but if you...
How
I
many?
mean, I guess that's a group thing we should discuss.
Yeah, because you said 2 explorers packs, right?
Yep.
And that has 5 rations in each.
For one person.
Right, but they're going to
Yeah.
need those to get back.
No, I mean like so they have that at least.
Right,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying,
Yeah, those are, that's what they
Yeah.
need to get back. But our own personal rations is what
For the 2 days,
yeah.
between Iku being able to cast like her spells, no.
Okay.
So
Okay,
just what we normally for a day.
So just normally what we would burn
Yeah.
through?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, I mean, we've got extra, we've got 22, but I'm worried about finding more on the journey because the only reason we have 22 is because we found some.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be pretty close to empty.
And while
right now.
hunting, speaking of one spot, Iku's been able to find a lot of extra food to kind of mostly give to them, to kind of beef up what they can take with them. Not literally beef up, but
Right.
There's just some
lizard
cows
us.
hanging out.
Fatten them up.
So yeah,
Okay.
you're able to do that. And
That's
they've
all
got, they've restring and fixed some short bows that were found, and there's arrows that are sending with them. They got to do their own hunting and that kind of stuff. So they should be you get the hope that you feel that they could be okay.
And there's enough of that canvas and stuff for them to like make tents and stuff, right?
They're adults, they've been fed, they've rested.
Right.
Plus 2 more days of basically like getting rid of exhaustion on the way to the river.
So they're at like 1 level?
Yeah.
Now? Cool. And hopefully that first day of them on the river won't be too strenuous so they can get back to normal.
And you guys give each other hugs and like promise to like keep in touch, and you're exchanging your Instagram and your Snapchat addresses.
Yeah. Find me on Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah,
Even though you don't know my last name.
Orcs have last names.
No, he doesn't have a last name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, did we give the captain that box?
I was going to ask that.
Oh,
I didn't address that.
that's actually valid. I'd say probably yeah. When we came back down, we would have probably gave her the box, been like, "Hey, we found this. And it looks like yours."
Because we're not thieves.
We didn't want
You know, steal from people.
to. Yeah, it looked possibly sentimental.
She is just like wide-eyed, like, oh man, and everything that's happened, I didn't even think to look for it. Thank you so much for bringing this back to me. And then, like, she kind of like starts patting herself down, and then like finally like in her pocket like pulls out, just confirming that she does in fact have the key to it, but doesn't open it. Like, I don't know, you guys don't see her open it.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to insight that, you might wonder that she knows there's health potions in there that maybe she wants to keep for herself. There's different levels of selfishness there. Like, they probably do need them right now more than you do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she does not offer to share them.
I'm pretty sure that none of us actually have a selfish alignment.
So yeah, she thanks you, and then makes sure it gets stashed with their stuff when you get moving, and it's on the boat when they leave. 4
Real.
days, new friends.
Brielle's chaotic good, but her chaoticness is mostly her brash.
Evil, selfish.
running into things. So she's not selfish.
Evil is my need is more than yours.
Yeah.
Alright, well I think we're, I don't know, some large amount of time over our traditional length. So I think we're going to stop here.
Okie dokie, that's all for tonight. Thanks for listening. If you want to get to know us better, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Monday Night TPK. You can also find Monday Night TPK at Above the Table Games on YouTube. Don't forget to rate and review us on iTunes. It helps us out a lot. Thanks for listening, and we'll always save a seat at the table just for you.
Hey, welcome back. This is Monday Night TPK. My name is Kyle, and you are listening to a 5th edition D&D Dungeons and Dragons D&D podcast.
No, that was unnecessary.
I thought it was funny, but then I realized it was just stupid. That's okay. Try something new, folks. Hey, welcome back. This is Monday Night TPK. You are listening to a 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. Thanks, Ryan.
I have to go after the second episode.
Can't.
Hey, welcome back. This is Monday Night TPK. Shit, do I say my name and then the stuff, or the stuff and my name?
My name's Kyle, and you're listening to a...
Okay. So I introduce myself and then do the thing. I'll write this down eventually. I won't.
You could just pre-record it and put it at the beginning of every episode.
Yeah, but like
Save you time.
variation is funny, right?
Yeah.